Testing. Testing. Can y'all hear me now? Let me know in the chat. Can you hear me now? Can hear you now. Okay, yeah, my mic was off. All right, let me hook it down here. All right, real quick. Can you hear me now? Yes or no? Can you hear me just fine right now? It's important. Y'all let me know right now. Yeah, okay, cool. So I don't have to hold it to my mouth. Okay, good now. Awesome. All right, man. Listen, we live at the Super Bowl. Um, Radio Row. I'm on the third floor of the convention center in the massive media room right now, where you can individually come set up. Radio Row is all the way downstairs. Richie and everybody's down there. I just decided I wanted to go live, chop it up with Dolphin fans. You know, if y'all have any questions or anything like that, I want to be able to answer your questions in the chat. So let me know in the chat if you have any questions, and I'll answer them for you. Because it's a lot of small little news that's been going on with the Dolphins, and I mean nothing major in my opinion, but some small news going on. So anything that you want to ask, feel free to put it in the chat right now. All right. Hope y'all are having fun. We working, baby. This is work. This is work. All right. Make sure my signal's good. Anthony Weaver is headed back to Baltimore. I tried to tell y'all, man, they were never going to fire Weaver because they wanted the compensatory pick. They were hoping that he got promoted as a head coach. That didn't happen. And right when they found out that didn't happen, the Dolphins went ahead and hired their DC. And they silently let everybody go. And Weaver lands in Baltimore right away, right after that. So, and he, from my understanding, he interviewed for the Baltimore job. So it is what it is. TD, will you get to interview the Pro Bowlers? I would if I was going, but I'm not going to the Pro Bowl because I have credentials to go and interview them. But I'm not going because I have the Dolphins Collective tomorrow, and opening night is tomorrow. If I'm not mistaken, it's all no. It's the media party. Opening night's tonight. The media party. Right after the Pro Bowl, there's a media party for about 4 hours. So that's when it's all the food and drinks, and you get to everybody in media is at a big party for media only. And last year in New Orleans, it was cool. This year, I don't know what they expect because EA Sports is hosting it this year. So we don't know what it's going to be like. So I'll be there. And we don't have time to go to the Pro Bowl and all the hecticness because it literally starts when the Pro Bowl ends. It starts. So it'll be hectic trying to go from one to the other. Plus, the Pro Bowl is kind of limited, they say. So I'm not going to be going to the Pro Bowl. We see all the Pro Bowl players walking around here, though. So, yeah. Plus, is Pro Bowl, is WAC, is better, the Senior Bowl, or it has to do with college. I don't know, but it's supposed to be some flag thing. I don't know what to expect. I'm not going to go to it. Just like I'm not going to go to NFL Honors on Thursday night. All right. I have a video dropping later today. Jeff Hafley, he kind of sealed to his fate. His words have sealed to his fate in a recent interview. So be on the lookout for that video. It'll be dropping later. All right. So make sure y'all go check that out. It'll be dope. But how many first are we getting for Tua? First what? Ain't that crazy? A real franchise quarterback worth like at a minimum 3 first-round picks. The top best guys maybe 5. We got to give up draft picks for somebody to get our guy. It's crazy work, man. Crazy work. Dolphins. Oh, we talk about Mike McDaniel. Oh man, y'all out here busy today, man. I hope my notifications even went out. They probably didn't. That's crazy. Tua, a fourth and a sixth. We got to give up that? Yeah. We not getting a bag of chips for Tua. My bad, TD. I meant to say the Pro Bowl is whack anyways. It's better the Super Bowl, Senior Bowl, or any that has to do with college players in the draft. Yeah, we'll be at the draft. We might even go to the combine. So we'll beat all of that. All right. Tua staying. You check my video out later. I want Drew Aller. That's the guy, TD. I'll check him out on film. I ain't gonna lie, they got me on this Ty Simpson train, man. They got me on this Ty Simpson train. And nobody still can tell me what they don't like about him. They just say, no. I don't know what's up with that. You still can't tell me what you don't like about him. For the people that's like, no Ty Simpson. I don't get it. I still got to watch him. Yeah, well, you know what I do like? A lot of people have been DMing me. Bro, I went to go look at Ty Simpson's film. I see what you see. We need to get him. He's not a finished product. It's not perfect. But the kid got all the intangibles. And this. I don't know why people be pooping on him. I don't know. TD, should Dolphins draft the DB? It depends. I got a video coming out soon. Talk about what the Dolphins are going to do with Minkah Fitzpatrick. And if they, I'll talk about it in the video. Stay tuned for that one. Because the DB room is really interesting on what will they decide to do. What direction will they take? You know, he's an Alabama QB. I know. That's why I never went and looked at him. That's why I never checked on him, because he's an Alabama QB. I'm like, man, don't nobody want no Alabama QB. But now, I was wrong for that, by the way. Tua scarred me, and I held it against people that don't deserve to be held against. So, as of right now, I'm actually disappointed in myself, because when I went and watched his film, Ty Simpson, I was like, dang, man, I should have been on his kid. But at 11, why Ty at 11? You can't put a value on a quarterback if you like him and you think he can be the next guy. You can't. Y'all got to stop putting the value on him. Stop putting the value on him. Here's why. If you go get a quarterback in the third round and he ends up being one of the NFL greats, great. But if you see that same third round quarterback and you decide to take him in the first round and he end up being an NFL great, you saw it and you didn't want anybody else to see it and think it was a second or a late first. You saw it. So stop putting values on these quarterbacks like that. If the general manager in front office feels like that's the guy, if they go in the first round, it may be like a at first, but you got to let it play out. If you knew what you knew now, would you draft Bo Nix at 11 overall if he was coming in? Would you draft Drake May at 11 overall if he was coming in? Yes, you would, if you knew what you knew now. But you don't know what you know now. So Never sleep on it. Never sleep on it. It's a chance that you're taking. But what pick in the draft is it? You know how many number one overalls end up being nothing? And everybody was like, he's the clear cut favorite. I'd move up for him. Mm-mm. Yeah. Oh, man. Somebody just dropped some big time love on the channel. Let me go back and find it. I just saw it. Oh, there it is. Man, what is that? Black Ops Zombie Mode 90 said, TD brother, salute to you. Motivated me to get into making a Dolphins draft page and YouTube still. Hopefully one day we can collab and I can inform people on the new era of Dolphins football in the future. Congrats on the continued success. I'm here to help you, bro. Hit me up in X DMs or email me, tdphinstalk@yahoo.com. Any way I can help your start and launch, hit me up, man. Any way I can help. I'm a very busy person, but if I can find time to help, I want to help. All right, so go after it, man. That's what's up. I like it. Dolphins draft page and YouTube, shoot for it, man. Come, hey, I'm here. Any questions you got, hit me up. I appreciate you supporting the channel too. All right. Thanks so much for that. All right. Let me see. I believe we need a DB. I mean, we do. I would like to see them go re-sign Jack Jones and Rasul Douglas. I thought those fellas did a solid job for us. Simpson probably won't be there at 11. You know, that's a risk too. That's a risk too. I think personally his stock is going to go up a little bit more as we get closer to the draft. And people are going to start to say, hey, why can't this guy be one of the next guys? Right now, I seen a mock draft of him going 13th to the Rams. And I also seen a mock draft of him going 22nd to Pittsburgh. So might very well be a day one guy. He could very well be a day one guy. I could see a guy like him ending up in Pittsburgh. I hope the Dolphins don't sleep on this because I think he's a sleeper. I think he could. Okay. I think he got the potential to be the best quarterback in the draft. I think he has the potential to be the best quarterback in the draft. I do. I think he could end up being the best quarterback in the draft. I know y'all will kill me for that, but I do. Gamble is the name of the draft sometimes, CD. Yeah, but let me tell you, sometimes it has big payouts. Big payouts. Simpson is better than Knicks. Could be. I wouldn't rule that. I wouldn't shoot that down. I would not shoot that down. I would not shoot that down. I hope we draft him, but how do you feel about the Dolphins wanting to draft him? I hope we draft him. How do I feel about the Dolphins wanting to draft him? I don't understand your question. It's either do you think the Dolphins want to though, or how do you feel that they want to? The reason why I say that is because when I reported this last week, that this could very well be the target for the Dolphins, I have some of the strongest belief based off of firsthand account information that this is a potential top target for the team. So This is why I never say sources and all of that stuff, because I understand now it's not about having a source that gives you information. Because the truth is, when it comes to sources, y'all, let me give you an example. Say the player themselves said, this team told me they coming for me, that they want me, and they could very well, it's a high probability they're going to get me at this pick. Say a player said that. Should somebody in the media go out and say, the player told me that they want him, when they told him in confidence? Or do they expect you to have a mutual understanding of, you can feel good about presenting this as a strong possibility to your audience? Does that make sense? This is why I realize now it's not about having sources that'll tell you what's going to happen. It's about having sources to tell you what's being discussed and going on, so that you don't have to say, this person told me directly. You can present the information as a possibility to your audience. That's what it's really about. Because why would I kill any information? Why would I, like let's just hypothetically say Ty Simpson told me directly, which he didn't, right? Let's just say he told me this directly, right? Why would I actually report that and then disclose that information, which would mess him up too? So that's how it works. And I think what happens over time, your audience starts to see that you might end up being right more than wrong. And they start to realize, you know what, this guy, he actually has people that are in the know. I think that's what's important. I get information all the time, and I don't go live and say, I was told. I go live and say, I'm telling y'all, this all makes sense, and here's why. It could happen. Because things change too. Today, a team likes a certain person, then tomorrow, oh no, it's this guy now. Things change. So you'll never really know. But time will tell. So just keep that in mind. Excuse me. TD, do you collect sports cards? Yeah, I don't actually buy them myself, but I'm gifted sports cards very often, especially with members of the audience. I've received some really amazing cards, collectibles and stuff. Like, it's crazy. It's like, I'm like shocked, because like, look at what people think of me to give me such valuable pieces of, memorabilia and or, like cards and stuff. So I have a lot of cards, and they're all have been given to me by, subscribers and stuff like that. So I do collect them, but mainly as gifts to me. So yeah. TD PHINS TALK, appreciate it. I got you, bro. Hit me up. Aller's arm strength is absolutely best in the class. Accuracy, no. Yeah, I heard about his arm strength. I don't know anything about the accuracy. I gotta go check it out. If we go best player available, I'm saying go with the OSU safety. Yeah. I mean, that's I think you talk about Caleb Downs, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember. I think that's who you're talking about, right? Or am I saying the wrong person? Yeah, I think that's who I had on my big board. He's like my third. He's my second or third option right now at the 11th pick. Yeah. TD, I'm looking into David Bailey edge, although I prefer Falk because of his size. Age 20, Bailey moves are pretty deep. My only concern with him is the size. Unless he is bulking up, he's around chops. I don't believe in an NFL bulk up as much. I believe in a junior, sophomore, junior, senior bulk up in college. But NFL bulk up, you can get a little bigger, but not as much. That transformation to me usually happen. It has to happen by your junior or senior year in college. So I'll take his measurements right now and make those what you think he's gonna be. TD, if you're right on this, you need to hire for GM immediately. LOL. Right on what? The quarterback? Well, I wouldn't even go that far because you never know. You can go draft Ty Simpson and he'd be a bum. You don't know until this kid get on the field. But what I will tell you, I believe in his intangibles. I really believe in his intangibles. Simpson over Mendoza. Yeah, telling you. Simpson is average around the board. Nothing elite about him. Nothing bad. I'll challenge you on that. On the surface, it looks that way. I think he has elite processing. Not that not that fake spot throwing processing that Tua had. I think his mental in the game is elite. Calling his protections, reading the defense pre and post snap. I think that's elite. Now his skills, I wouldn't say average. I would say above average across the board. But remember, these guys still have opportunity to grow even more in the NFL in that regard. That's what I want to know. You're not watching Lum. Simpson does 10 times more than Mendoza. If you see Ty and other teams see him too, he won't make it to pick 11. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it. But this is why he has a higher probability to make it to 11. Teams, including the Dolphins, will still be scared of the fact that he only has like one season of starting football. They're going off of a 1 year intangible wonder. A lot of them don't like betting on that. This is why he would be a second or third round prospect. But they know the talent is first round worthy. But the sample size within that talent to really lock it in and make them feel good about it is absent. So he could easily keep falling. It's just a matter of how far. Or somebody could just snatch him up. I could see a team moving down to 7, 8, or 9 and snatching them up. You don't know. You think the Rams just you're crazy if you don't think the Rams are taking a quarterback in the draft. I just saw McVay say, I'm crossing my fingers, hoping Stafford comes back again. I believe Stafford will come back. You don't leave playing at such a high level like that, getting that close to the Super Bowl and just call it quits. I know he's probably tired of playing, but he's going to do at least one more season. But the Rams have gotten a wake-up call. Okay, now we need to draft a guy to sit down and watch him do his thing. The Rams are probably going to really be the team that's more rumored for Ty, if you ask me. And they're at 13. We'll see. We shall see. I agree with that assessment. Salute. Watch Simpson run that offense and show me any other college QB doing what he does. Listen, man, I ain't got nothing to say. I agree with you because I slept on the kid because of my own biases, which now I'm disappointed in myself about not giving him a fair opportunity because of another guy from the school. That's crazy, but I did it. So TD, Aller broke his ankle, but he's making full recovery. but talent-wise, he's the best QB. 6'5", 230, and plays like Josh Allen. Let me go check him out. Let me go check him out. Drew out. Let me go check him out a little more. Yeah. I'll tell you what I think within a week or two. I'm going to have to make my big board list. And remember, my big board list is top 3 players at every position. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm going to have to start creating that. My top 3 players at every position. But only the positions that the Dolphins have a need at. But some of them I'm not going to do. I'm not doing the top 3 left tackles. There is no movement happening at that position for the Dolphins. I'm not doing the top 3 running backs unless they trade HN. So almost every position other than that, I'll be doing some extensive work on. So I got a lot to do. I have plenty to do. Guys didn't like Simpson because he's not 6'6", doesn't have a rocket arm, or run a 4.3. Guys just want flashy traits. Yeah, 6'6" isn't a big deal to me. He's 6'2". I would have liked 6'3", but he's 6'2". That's not a deal breaker for me. 6'1" or lower, that would have been it. That's back in Tua range. Rocket arm, he doesn't. It's better than Tua's, in my opinion. Run a 4.3, that doesn't matter. Drake May don't run on 4.3. He's one of the most active mobile quarterbacks now in the league. Yeah. He's good enough in every area you mentioned, but he has this that a lot of quarterbacks don't have. Yeah. You can't scout QBs from highlight reels. Yeah, I agree. Now, if you want to look at highlight reels, nothing wrong with that, but make sure you look at lowlights too. But you need raw film, raw footage. If they take a safety at 11, I'm done. Telly is probably Caleb Downs, but we'll see. I'm not saying Simpson is a slam dunk. I think there are better QBs in the 27 draft. I'm fine if they roll with Ewers this year. Okay, let me quantify some things too, y'all. Me personally, I feel like if you played at a big school, don't look into the greatness as much, like Ty. But Ty had a lot of issues around him. The O-line, not being able to run the ball. He had some issues around him. So for him to still play the level of football he played, that takes away that big school factor for me. So, and another thing, let's not get too deep into quarterbacks who play with everything around them and they balled out and you call them better. You say they're better. They're better. I'm not sure about that. That does not mean that. No, it's not. TD Tua was a Pro Bowler at 23. Stop it. TD, are you just pushing for Todd Simpson because of your source? No. The source intrigued me on the information, and I went to do my homework because you got to understand who I am. I don't know if you've been on the channel too long. I got to be 100% honest and transparent with you. When I first heard this information, I got bummed out. And I went to go watch film to present it all as, look at who I'm hearing the Dolphins want. Man, I'm so done with them. I was ready to prepare to be like, if they take Todd Simpson, I'm over it. And when I was watching the film, he legitimately shocked me. And when he shocked me, I I got into push Todd Simpson mode. So I don't take information as, oh, I got it, so push it. No, I want to know so I have a good handle on what the overall plan is, how they want to build the team. And I'm also seeing everything come together. You can't have better quarterback competition than having a rookie like Todd Simpson, a veteran who needs another opportunity like a Mac Jones or Malik Willis, and your previous rookie that has intangibles of Quinn Ewers. That is the ultimate competition. This ain't no old bridge guy. Mac Jones and Malik Willis are both guys that you're hoping that they fight so hard that they're trying to be the next Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, one of those guys, because they're not old. That's perfect. They can either end up balling out and being our franchise guy, or balling out enough to where we can move on from him and still have our rookie. Plus, the rookie has the opportunity to be our guy, but we got another guy who can end up being the guy. So it just gives you insurance. That is the ultimate. Quinn Ewers just shocks us all and beat both of them out. This is real QB competition built in with insurance. It would be us taking all three paths. The problem we've always had at the position, we only take one path. You go draft the quarterback, okay, bam, he the guy. And you go get some old veteran that you know ain't gonna be here forever. But because you're making sure he the guy. Only one route, succeed or fail. Or we don't draft the guy, we go get a Mac or something, and they end up being the guy, which has never happened for us. Or they fail, and here we go again, one route. Or rolling with Quinn Ewers, and he balls out and shock us, yay. Or he doesn't, and we're tanking. One route. This plan gives us all three routes in once. Do you not believe that gives you the highest probability of finally finding somebody? 3 in 1 instead of 1 in 1. And don't forget, the draft route of 1 can wait 6 years. Or 7, Tannehill 7, 2 or 6. It can waste a long time on 1. The bridge guy as a one option can waste a year or 2. The Ewers one wastes 1 if it fails, but you got to start that process over with another 1 in one of those fields. This gives you 3 in 1. That's why I'm selling it, because I like the intangibles, the possibility, but it also creates more possibilities if you do the right thing in free agency and get one of those guys, Mac, Malik, something like that, and you allow Quinn to stick around and compete as well. And you might, in the later rounds, draft yet a 4th quarterback to compete. Maximize your options. And when you get in training camp, you'll start to see who's standing out, and you start to realize what you got. That's why I'm on this. I love the whole thing. Did Simpson's agent pay for this trip? I wish. I've never met Simpson nor his agent. So we have guys on the ground with Roundtable Sports that went to Senior Bowl that might have. I like Ewers for this year. I think he's the real deal. Yeah, but maximize your options. I did not watch video of Quentin yet trucking with JC. What up, Miss Relentless? I see you in here. TD, I like Drew Aller because better than Simpson, but Simpson isn't G. Yeah, I'm gonna check out Aller because I'm hearing a lot of him. Imagine if they had the right people running that city. That is sad. Build the trenches first. Why not the old Miss QB? I'm gonna check them all out. TD, I agree with you, but hope it's not a New York Giants scenario with DeVito, Winston, Dart, and Russ. It can't be because now it can be, but remember, with my scenario, you don't have a Russ and a Jameis type situation. You don't have that. You actually draft the guy. So it's not going to be the New York situation. All right. My bad. Push the whole bracket out. TD, do you subscribe to the notion that Caleb Downs is generational talent at the safety or DB position in general, like the media is saying? Or do you think he's just a great player at the position? Let me do my work. On him. I got to go look at all his film too. I'll be prematurely making an assumption based off of a few superior moments I saw. All the content coming on it. It's a lot of work, but it's coming. Bro, high on Simpson. I am. I'm more high on his upside. Drew Aller is a big boy that can move. Can he process the field? I'm going to say something that some of y'all are going to disagree with, but go watch the film and you might change your mind. Josh Allen is not a great processor of the field. He's a guy who can extend plays, wait till he sees something open. He's a street football player. I like those guys. But he's a street ball player. He's not elite processing the field. So how does Josh Allen ever get over the hump when they run into a team that game plans to make sure he doesn't run and they got good individual one-on-one on the outside? How does he get over the hump? How does he get over that divisional round, that championship round hump when they stop him from running the football? How does he get over that hump? A little bit more of this. He'd have won 3 Super Bowls already. A little bit more of this. Nobody holds him accountable for it, though. Because he's that big and so mobile that he makes so many plays. But nobody holds him accountable to the rare, and when I say rare, I mean rare, the rare games where they shut down him running the ball and he looks bad. And everybody thinks, oh, he makes bad decisions. He always makes bad decisions. Y'all just don't see him whenever he runs. Josh Allen can make 2 bad decisions in a row, then run a 17-yard first down, and you don't even remember that he had 2 bad decisions. People don't look at these quarterbacks holistically, especially the great ones. Patrick Mahomes ain't even as good as some of y'all think. But people would definitely tell me this dude don't know ball from the statements I'm making right now. I don't even know if there's anybody in the league that Drake May processes, Matthew Stafford processes. I'm trying to find the rest of them that I know without a shadow of a doubt processes in this league. Oh my gosh. No, there gotta be at least two more because I came up with four one time. Thank you, whoever's in the chat. Joe Burrow, hands down. Aaron Rodgers, yeah. But he's like, you don't count him really. But yeah, that's four. Any more? Root processes. 5. And by the way, Herbert is not a better processor than Burrow. Them the only 5 I got in the whole league. Them the only 5 I got in the league that has done it on a consistent basis, and I believe that's actually they're in the upper quartile of the league. Brock Purdy process. No, Brock Purdy is also a street baller, just doesn't have the body build like Josh Allen. Purdy is a street baller, just like Josh Allen. He just ain't got like the athletic body build like a Josh Allen to absorb contact with it. Purdy ain't no processor like that, but he is a great improvisational skills and stuff like that. Y'all don't understand when I say processing. And you know what? Let me backtrack because I'm going to accept this from Dub Bud. He said, bruh, every QB processes. It's just some do it better than others. The offense also determines this. So I'm going to accept that, but I want to make sure that I'm very clear on what that means. Every QB does process, but on a scale of 1 to 10, the 5 guys I just named are between a 8 and 10 in process. That's top-notch processing. Majority of the league in processing is between a 3 and 6, and there ain't even many 7s. There ain't even many 7s at all. But majority of the league is between a 3 and 6, and the real bad ones are the 1s and 2s. 1s and 2s. And I'm not talking about the offense where it requires basic processing. Like, okay, I'm putting a linebacker at conflict. I'm going to send somebody in the flat, have somebody sit down on that route and run a crosser and attack that one outside linebacker. Hike the ball. If the linebacker hit the flat, bam, sit down. If the linebacker stays, hit the flat. If the linebacker stays and the corner stays, come back to the middle for that over the top. That ain't the processing I'm talking about. That's basic options. That's basic options. I'm talking about a guy who can walk up to the line of scrimmage and say, I'm seeing cover 2, but the linebacker is shaded back just a little. It could be Tampa. So Automatically in their mind pre-snap, when I hike this football, I'm checking Tampa first. If I got a linebacker that bails back, I got Tampa. My third read, which is the crosser, ignore it. It becomes my fifth read because I can catch him on the back end of the crosser maybe. But the 1, 2, back to the middle 3, that ain't even a relevant option for me right there anymore. The only way that guy is an option if the play break down or I get to 5, which is them clearing the cross out to the sideline. You see what I mean? They're like pre-snap, they know where they're going, but if this could be disguised as this, and this. Here are my indicators on this, and this. Hike, no bail, I got 3, but I'm still coming to 1. I'm still coming to my 1, 2. Now I have more confidence. Oh, they got that sold up. Like everything is playing and they understand where all the indicators. Now, when I come back to 3, if the safety drops downhill, I might need to go back to 1 because that is a out and up. So it's intricate. The slot receiver can be running a out, and then if that option is gone, they're running a go. They're running a stop and go. So first read is automatically, like the first read could automatically be the out, coming to the route. They got it. I come to the middle. It wasn't Tampa. I should have that, but the safety came down. It might take me back to the out because the up is going, because the safety vacated. Or if the safety stayed, I keep following it this way. That's all post-snap. Is so much going on that you have to read. Like people think, see, these coordinators have given offense in such the most basic form for some quarterbacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you know post-snap elite quarterback play? Your progressions can be 1, 2, 3, back to 1, which is 4, but it's the same receiver that 1 was. They're not even coaching it like that anymore. The offensive concepts aren't even like that anymore because it's too much for a lot of these guys to think through. We're talking about the most advanced process. And most guys aren't even running it anymore because it's too much. Nick Saban said it himself. These guys aren't doing that. They can't even call their 1, 2, 3 protections. So I know guys who can handle that next level of processing, who can literally handle that next. And you know what it really is? It's guys that know everybody's route, truly knows everybody's route, not where they're supposed to be. Not where they're supposed to be. This is why receivers, after they run their route, they just stop and look around. They look for you to throw it. If you're not looking, they looking around. We don't even have receivers finishing routes out anymore. It's crazy, man. But yeah, so everybody can process, but there's levels to it. There's high level levels to it. You should do a video on defenses and how to read them for those that don't understand. And here's the crazy part. Me, myself, I'm even still learning. It's intricate. It's so, and then on top of it, what is the head coach's philosophy? I could show you one coach's philosophy and then another ex-quarterback could be like, well, you never do that. You're not supposed to do that. Yeah, but that's this coach's philosophy. So offense is predicated off of what you want to do with it, and defense is how you want to attack. Is there a perfect science? Depend on the coordinator and what they're asking their player to do. I can't believe you flew all the way out there to Cali just talk about those dumb Dolphins. Now I'm about to go downstairs now. We about to do some Super Bowl coverage with the Patriots Seahawks. I'm about to head down. But yeah, salute to you, Lino. We about to do a show. We're gonna do a show on Roundtable Sports and AFC's Roundtable. and probably the next hour or so as well. Just FYI. Yeah. Guarantee you they don't take Simpson. It would be just dumb. I mean, if you want my honest opinion, they're not going to take him for whatever reason, but they might do. Like, and man, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen. The Dolphins have to decide which direction they want to go. I believe they need to find their quarterback. That's simple. Yeah. I think they need to find their quarterback. All hands on deck at number 11. Get your scout team with the top 5 quarterbacks and top 7 quarterbacks. Scout them up. What do we see? What's the circumstance? You know, what about the upside? Do you see how much growth in them do you feel like is still there that can be had? You know, where does that value rank? If they had NFL players around them, do they learn well? Do they have the general physical traits to at least do the job at an average level? And everything after that, can we turn them into an 8 quarterback or better? Get your work done on the quarterback. I actually am a believer now that I fail to believe there's not a great quarterback in almost every draft. And not finding at least one of them is rare. Like maybe once every 5 years, there's literally a class where nobody was good. That's rare. Somebody's in every class. And here we are, already got the Jaden Daniels, the Bo Nix, the CJ Strauss, the Jordan Loves, the Drake Mays, that nobody said that they would be as good as they are. You got to go find your quarterback. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Fins up no matter what. I will see y'all soon later on, maybe this evening. But again, go to Roundtable Sports because we're going to be dropping coverage throughout the entire day, and we might have a live show coming up soon. I'll see y'all soon. I'm out. Peace.